This will be one of our first opportunities to run a side-by-side realistic environment type test between the newer Nitecore EA45S flashlight, which is powered by 4 AA batteries, compared to a Streamlight Stinger, which is powered by an internal battery that is charged in cradle. The Stinger, of course, is a light that has been used by a number of professionals for years, and so therefore the resultant beam and cast is relatively familiar to most actual professional end users. Now, our environment that we'll be running this test in is dark conditions. It's approximately 2.5 hours after sunset, and we'll be running the test in an environment where we have some ambient lights. We have street lights. We have 2 street lights in the foreground, or the mid-ground, I should say, with a line of darkened trees and a fence line in the foreground. In the closer ground area, we have a lawn with curb line. Now, in running the test, we will maintain the Streamlight on the left side and the Nitecore EA45S on the right side, so the resultant beams will be able to be compared. We'll start off in the close ground, in the foreground. On the right side we have the EA45S. We'll cycle it to the low setting, or the ultra low setting, which, as you can see, does not have much throw. The throw is out to approximately 45 to 50 feet on the lawn. The curb line there is approximately 20 feet from our point of view. Now, since the Streamlight does not have an ultra low setting, we will go ahead and bring the Nitecore EA45S up to the low setting, which is significantly brighter than what we just had, and we'll need to cycle, of course that's the EA45S, and here we have the Streamlight. We will cycle the Streamlight from its highest setting to its lowest setting. So to compare the 2 lights, they're actually very similar on low. Now we'll cycle the Nitecore up to the mid-range and depress the control on the Streamlight up to mid, and now we will cycle the Streamlight up to high, and continuing with the Nitecore onto high, and now what is turbo. Turbo mode has a larger cast, larger diameter beam, and a bit brighter. We'll go ahead and cycle this back down to off, and now we will try testing in the foreground. Now, running this in the foreground, we'll cycle the Streamlight up. We'll get up into the trees now, and so we've got some ambient lights from the street lights acting with a little bit of interference light-wise, like if we're looking into that far tree line against the fences. The Streamlight on its brightest beam illuminates that tree line relatively well and that fence line relatively well, and illuminates the trees relatively well. The Nitecore on turbo illuminates those trees very well and also over illuminates the area underneath the lights. So cycling this back down, actually that went into turbo, so we'll power this off, bring it back on, and cycle it down to ultra low, low, medium, and on medium the Nitecore is just a bit dimmer than the Streamlight. On high, it's just about equal. So the turbo mode of the Nitecore definitely outperforms the Streamlight just a bit. Now, as far as the strobe feature on either light, we have the Streamlight here, and we will double tapping puts us into strobe. Double tapping puts us into strobe with the Nitecore. Again, the Nitecore, sorry for the brightness there, and the Streamlight on the left. The Nitecore appears to have a slightly faster paced strobe and just a bit brighter. One of the additional very nice features about the Nitecore is that it has a locator feature on the power buttons. So if we're looking at the power buttons, we have the power button here and the selector button here. By depressing the power and placing the light into on, we'll cycle this down. So the light is in the on position. And then by depressing the power button for a few seconds while it's still in the on position, the light goes out and a blue LED begins to blink underneath the power rubber button, or the rubber coating for the power button. So we have this locator, almost like a locator tracking light. Personally, don't know the exact purpose of this. I can't think of a reason why I would need to use it, but it's a nice feature nonetheless. And even covering it with your thumb, it still is visible somewhat.